Hi everyone, my name is Christopher Daniels, aka Miss Ginger Devine, and I am one of your readers this summer for Drag Story Hour. Now, I'm a professional storyteller, and so I thought I would come down here today and share with all of you some of my favorite strategies that I use when I do story time. Barry Lopez once said, everything is held together with stories. That, in fact, that is all that is holding us together. Stories and compassion. Books and stories are powerful vehicles for personal and collective transformation. They are also connectors that can bind us together because they communicate and express history and culture and lived experiences. It's also a way for us to be transported into worlds and events, whether real or fictitious, and give us insight into what another character might be going through and what they might be experiencing. And it's with this idea in mind that I offer today's tip. So when you are reading a story to a young audience member, feel free to ask them self-reflective questions as a way to engage them, but also have them internalize the story, moving it from a passive experience to a more active experience. So what this might look like is, okay, let's say you're reading a story and there's like a pivotal cliffhanger moment, right? A character's facing a decision. We don't know what's going to happen next. I might take a moment to pause and go, what do you think is going to happen next? So I'm having the child do some forward thinking about what they might imagine is the next sequence of events that are going to happen. And it doesn't matter whether it's accurate or not, because I'm engaging those brain muscles to consider, to use their imagination and ponder what might happen next. I also might ask the child to really take it in and reflect how they would feel. So if something happens in the story and there's an emotion tied to it, I might take a moment and ask, how would you feel if that happened to you? Would you have the same experience as the character, or would you have a different experience? Building those emotional intelligence muscles. Yes, flex those emotional intelligence muscles. So good. And then another question that I might ask is, okay, so I've asked them, what do you think is going to happen next? I might also inquire, what would you do? So again, taking it from an experience outside of themselves, now I'm asking them to step into the story and discern for themselves what choices they would make. How might they respond? It's a brilliant way to explore real life situations, but in a fictitious context, which may make it a little bit easier to explore and talk about as opposed to maybe a real life situation. What I love about this tip is that it invites the reader in, which I'm all about. You probably heard me say it so many times, is inviting the reader into the experience and allowing them to envision themselves either as the character or someone in a similar position, and getting them to imagine what they might do or what different possibilities are. And I think it really takes the story from something they are consuming and something that they are living and experiencing. So, that is my tip for today. I hope that you found that helpful. If you have not gotten your Washoe County Library System library card, what are you doing with your life? Stop what you're doing right now, head down to your nearest library and get your library card today. It's so easy, it's so fast, and there's so many amazing benefits as part of our library system that you could use and benefit from. Well, I hope to see you this summer at Drag Story Hour. Thank you so much for being here, and happy reading.